This is the real estate fun game, Sales Contracts 2. Here are your instructions. For each question, the answer will appear. You provide the question, just like that very famous TV game show. You'll get 3 seconds to come up with the answer. Keep track of right or wrong, just so you can measure progress. Run this fun game as many times as it takes till you're ready for prime time. Are you ready? Question 1. In addition to informing your broker in writing, if you're a real estate licensee that wants to buy or sell a property for yourself, you should do this. What is disclose your licensure in the contract? Question 2. In addition to disclosing your license status in the contract, if you want to buy or sell property for yourself as a real estate licensee, you should do this. What is inform your broker in writing? Question 3. If you're a licensed salesperson selling your own property and you use your broker's sales contract, but cross out the brokerage firm's name, you must also do this. What is have a disclosure clause? Question 4. The circumstances under which a contract may be changed after it's become a binding agreement. What is after all parties agree to the change? Question 5. The proper procedure for changing a contract that has become binding. What is sign and attach a separate amendment? Question 6. The document used to change a contract that has already been signed by both parties. What is an amendment to an agreement? Question 7. The person liable for any known defects in the property not disclosed by the seller when the property is sold as is. Who is the seller? Question 8. When a property is sold as is, the seller must disclose this. What is any known defects? Question 9. When a property is sold as is, the seller is relieved of liability for this. What is any obvious or disclosed defects? Question 10. When a property is sold as is, the salesperson is responsible for disclosing this to the buyer. What is any known hidden defects? Question 11. When a property is sold as is and you become aware of a hidden defect not disclosed by the seller, you must do this. What is disclose it to the buyer? Question 12. An executory sales contract may be assigned under these circumstances. What is unless the contract prohibits it? Question 13. An executed sales contract may be assigned under these conditions. What is never? Question 14. An executory sales contract may be assigned if the seller finances all or part of the purchase price under these conditions. What is only with the seller's permission? Question 15. When a signed sales contract is assigned, the dispersal of earnest money is determined by this. What is an agreement between the parties? Question 16. When a contract may be canceled. What is by mutual agreement between the parties? Question 17. When a signed sales contract is canceled by mutual agreement between the parties, the commission earned by the broker is this. What is earned and potentially collectible? Question 18. Crossing out part of the printed matter in a contract is this. What is required in some situations? Question 19. When items in a pre-printed sales contract are crossed out, it is necessary to do this. What is have all the parties initial the change and include the date and time? Question 20. In addition to referencing the attachment in the contract and attaching the additional charges, adding pages to a pre-printed sales contract is legal if you do this. What is have all the parties initial the changes and put in the date and time? Question 21. If the previous owner of a property was infected with AIDS, when should the owner or agent for the owner disclose this information to a potential buyer? When is never. Question 22. If the current or previous owner of a property died as a result of a homicide or suicide, This is when the owner or agent for the owner should disclose this to a potential buyer. What is only if asked by the buyer. That's it for Sales Contracts 2. Click on some of our other tests as a fun, fast way to learn your real estate terminology.